Well, hello the new. It's only me, Leonard Wells, broadcasting as usual from Studio B here in the Giggle Mill in Haslingden, north of Manchester in the UK. In Studio B, you probably already know, the resident engineer is none other than that very sweet chap, Adolf Apfelstrudel from Bechter's Garden in Bavaria, which is in Germany, you know. Adolf used to drive for the Automobile Association, the AA. Unfortunately, he developed a drink problem and had to leave and became a member of Alcoholics Anonymous. So he was often referred to as AA from BB. Unfortunately, during the WAR, Adolf was gruesomely wounded and as a result refuses steadfastly to appear on camera. He's afraid of frightening the children, you know. And just occasionally he will, if coaxed, wave to you. Even then, because of his gruesome wound that he got in the WAR, he insists on wearing a glove. Now, it's a big thrill when Adolf waves, so every occasion I try to persuade him. So if you just hold on, I'll just ask him, because he's just come back from lunch, from the pub. I'll ask him if he's interested in waving. Any chance, Adolf, that you might wave? No, I think he's had a skinful. He's told me we had to beep him there. His language was foul. So I think we'd better get on with our little tale. The little tale which I'm about to tell you about is what happens in the next world. And it's a salutary tale, believe me. It's these oats, you know. When you eat them regular as I do, it keeps you regular as a clock. It's now 5 o'clock on the dot. In this particular tale, a man dies after a long illness. He said farewell to his wife. Unfortunately for him, he'd been up to mischief and he was sent below. And as he arrives at the reception desk, there's a sort of minor devil there, only got one horn instead of two, who welcomes him to this establishment. And he said, well, welcome sir, you're very welcome to join us. Unfortunately, your stay will be permanent, but we make every effort to make sure you enjoy yourselves. So the man says, I thought this was hell. He says, what happened to all the punishments? Oh, the devil says, you don't worry about those. He said, we all have a whale of a time here. So the man says, well, what happened to all the, punishments of hell and all that business that we were all taught about? He said, take no notice of that. He said, codswallop. He said, I'll just give you an idea of what we get up to here. He says, Mondays, he said, do you drink, by the way? He said, oh yes. He said, I like a drop of malt. He said, well, Mondays you can drink as much as you like. He says, and because you're dead and you're in hell, you never get paralytic drunk. You just get merry. And it's all free. So just think about that. And that's only one night. So the guy says, oh, this is great. He said, and about the rest of the week? So the devil looked at him and he looked down the list and he said, well, Tuesdays, he said, do you smoke cigars? He said, I do. He said, Tuesdays you love. He said, it's our special Havana night, Tuesdays, and you can smoke as many cigars as you can manage, and you never feel sick afterwards, or never get a burnt tongue or any of those things. So the guy says, oh, he says, I wish I'd known. He said, I lived even more a life of rally when I was alive. He said, and so the devil says, yes. He said, that's on Tuesdays. He says, Wednesdays, he says, do you like to gamble? So the guy says, oh, he says, I can't get enough of it. He said, well, you'll love Wednesdays, he said. On Wednesdays we have full-time gambling, 24 hours, non-stop. You can gamble as much as you like, you never lose, and you keep winning. So the guy says, this is fantastic. He says, I can't wait. And the devil says, well, he says, on Thursdays is even better. He says, do you like a sniff of cocaine? The guy says, well, I did try it once. He said it was a bit much. So the devil says, well, he said, down here you'll get used to it, he said, on Thursdays. He said, because you can sniff it all night long and it costs you nothing. Nothing. And you never get sick. So the guy starts to rub his hands. He said, oh, he said, can't wait, he said. And the devil said, and Fridays, he said, and he looked down the list, and he said, Fridays, he said, oh, by the way, he said, are you gay? The guy said, no, I should know not. He said, definitely not. He said, I like the ladies, he said. So the devil looked down the list, he said, I'm sorry, you're going to hate Fridays. Thank you, good night.